For the second straight year, Pennsylvania lawmakers have passed a state budget on time, and for the second straight year, the spending plan includes no tax increases. House Republicans say it's a welcome and overdue trend.
And what we had during the 8 years of the previous administration was an unpredictable environment. People actually, entities ended up borrowing money, paying interest on that money, really not knowing from one day to the next where their budget was going. And I think we had a responsibility. We met our responsibility. And I'm very confident that we'll meet that responsibility as an on-time budget in the future.
The $27.7 billion budget represents a 1.45% increase over the current fiscal year, but is still below the rate of inflation. House Republicans ensured that the cuts to education and human services in Governor Corbett's budget proposal were mostly, and in some cases, fully restored.
I think it's a great step forward. I think we keep the momentum we had last year, again, of the central themes of living within our means, a little increase in the spending, but certainly within the rate of inflation. We've been able to return the money to our public schools. All my districts will see an increase in their basic education, K through 12 subsidy. We also had the pre-K counts level funded, the Head Start program level funded, which is important to my district. We have a great program in the Pottstown area. The pre-K counts program has helped out dramatically with those people. So overall, I think, again, responsible spending, living within our means, but yet funding our most critical services, particularly our education.
I've always said that in these trying fiscal economic times that we have to prioritize our priorities. I think that we did that. I guess that you could always make an argument that, you wanted something more in one given item as opposed to another. But I think that it drives home the fact that we are as a whole nation, in a period of economic downturn that is struggling to come back. This budget represents those two things. It's a struggle to come back, it's on the positive side, and it represents prioritizing the priorities.
For example, the new budget restores cuts to the Commonwealth's public universities and brings K-12 public education spending up to the same level as last year. That includes $100 million for accountability block grants to give school districts the flexibility to fund initiatives such as pre-kindergarten, full-day kindergarten, or other priorities. The new spending plan also restores $84 million in the governor's proposed 20% cut to county human service programs, adds $17.8 million to reduce the list for intellectually disabled individuals waiting to receive services and care, restores funding for hospitals, trauma centers, and burn centers to the same levels as last year.
We're not increasing taxes again this year. There will be no tax increase. It's a balanced budget that's actually limits spending. It doesn't increase spending above the rate of inflation. So it's really a win for the taxpayers of Pennsylvania.
This budget is responsible. It prioritizes hard-earned tax dollars. It takes care of the most vulnerable. It provides for public education, quality public education, and is targeted and lives within its means.
Reporting from Harrisburg, I'm Anthony Tezak.